Tonight, Real Madrid travel to Oviedo under a cloud of questions and a single clear experiment. Give Rodrygo the left-wing minutes he has been asking for, and see if Xabi Alonso can rescue a season before it truly begins. Not long ago, the club hierarchy reportedly attached a hefty Euros 80 million tag to Rodrygo's name, and amid those valuations, talk of a departure began to drown out conversation about recovery. With the transfer market approaching its final chapters and serious bids apparently absent, the coach has changed course from selling to salvaging, and that single tactical tweak, putting Rodrygo where he feels most comfortable, is the heartbeat of tonight's story. Alonso has told his staff he will test the Brazilian on the left, the side he has long preferred, a position where his instincts and link-up play with Vinicius can be more naturally expressed. This is not a minor reshuffle. It is an attempt to reawaken a player whose confidence and form slipped beneath the noise of transfer speculation. If Rodrygo can find rhythm on the left, the benefits are twofold: a revived individual performance and a fresh attacking dynamic for Madrid that removes predictable patterns and gives the manager more tactical flexibility as the season deepens. The setting matters. Oviedo, scheduled for Sunday evening, offers a lower-pressure stage to try things without committing to sweeping changes in the starting 11. Expect Rodrygo to be used off the bench precisely because the coaching staff want measurable signs, sharper runs, better shooting decisions, quicker connections before making him a permanent fixture in the new shape. Those minutes will be assessed beyond goals and assists. Coaches will watch his movement in relation to Vinicius, his willingness to take on defenders, and whether he can read moments when Madrid need width or when to cut inside and create. If those indicators improve, Alonso will have made a case for trusting internal recovery over frantic market fixes. If they do not, the club may find itself revisiting offers and valuations sooner than it hoped. Parallel to Rodrygo's reappraisal is a younger story. Franco Mastantuono, the Argentine prospect who could be handed a right-wing start, a baptism of fire, and a sign of how boldly Alonso is willing to rotate. Putting a newcomer on the right while shifting a familiar face to the left sends a clear message: development and pragmatism can coexist, and the manager is not afraid to reward form or give stage time where growth is possible. Mastantuono's performance will be scrutinised not just for its immediate effect on the scoreline, but for what it reveals about depth in the squad and how Madrid might balance experience with emerging talent across a long campaign. At the centre of all this is the larger business narrative. Florentino Perez's reported Euros 80 million price tag looms like a backdrop to every decision. For a club that often weighs sporting needs against financial opportunity, tonight's experiment is as much a statement of intent as it is a tactical test. If Rodrygo thrives, the conversation shifts away from sale rumours to managerial foresight and rehabilitation. The player's market value becomes a footnote to a story of renaissance. If he struggles even in his preferred role, the valuation will re-emerge louder and the club may have fewer choices than before. The human element cannot be overstated. Rodrygo arrives with pressure on his shoulders and questions in the press, and Alonso's willingness to listen to a player request is a sign of managerial empathy. Giving a player agency to ask for a position and then to be granted a chance changes locker room dynamics, it humanizes decision-making, and it could restore confidence in the most direct way possible, through trust and opportunity. For Mastantuono, tonight could be the crack in the door that turns into a season-defining run. For Rodrygo, it could be the first step in rewriting his Madrid narrative. This weekend's choices will not produce definitive answers, but they will set a tone. Will Alonso be praised for patient, creative squad management or criticised for leaving deals on the table? Will Rodrygo seize a second chance and anchor a revitalised front line, or will the club once again entertain the market's calls? Tonight is more than a fixture. It is a tactical experiment with transfer market echoes and human consequences. Watch the substitutions, watch the positions, and watch how a single positional tweak can ripple into headline debates, transfer decisions, and ultimately the direction of Real Madrid's season.